Well, hello, RC fans. How you doing? So I thought I'd bring up this again. And the main reason I'm bringing it up again is because my run video did not go as well as I planned. Hence why I haven't done the run video because it turned out not too great. And the reason being is, well, as you know, the gyros in these cars are not that great anyway, so that wasn't a big help. And I had another issue. After running the car, I don't even know, like, wasn't even that long, couple of minutes or whatever. After a while, it's like the ESC would reset. But if you was accelerating or reversing when that happens, once it finishes resetting, the car was taken off in that direction. So if you're going forwards, it would go off forwards. If you was going backwards, it would go backwards. I don't know what's going on with it. It's just a bit dodgy. But as we know, the gyros in these are shit anyway. Before I go on with any of the rest of the car, when I turn it around, you're going to notice I've done something completely different. So I'm just going to show you it now to get it out of the way, and then I'll continue. Yes, I've changed the exhaust pipe. I used some old antenna tubing. I done the same trick what I done with my Charisma cars. So yeah, apart from this car acting up and not really behaving properly, after it took off, like I said, it actually got wedged underneath a bookcase. So yeah, even after not running it for very long, it just took off on its own and ended up getting wedged, like pretty much here on the corner of the windscreen. Like I just touched it up with a black permanent marker. But yeah, so because there's no actual throttle adjuster on the controller, you can't do nothing about it. So I don't really know what to do. But anyway, I'm going to point something out to you. See these little clips? Like, if you've got these cars, you know about these little clips. You get 3 sets of these little clips, and they all got a different offset. This little piece right here, they're angled different on all 3 of them. It's probably quite hard to pick that out. See if I can try and get it to focus. So you see how high that kink is? What I'll do now is I'll take off the front one and the rear one and line them up. Hopefully you might be able to see the difference in the kink, but give me 2 seconds and I'll pop them off. So you see, guys, they are angled slightly different. I mean, these two M ones look the same. They look pretty similar. Actually, these two might be. No, see, they're not. They look the same, but they're not. This one is slightly higher. But yeah, they're different angles, guys. These little kink bits are different angles. So what, this is the spare one. You get 2 of these. These are the spare ones that are in the bag. This was the one I took off the rear, and this was the one I took off the front. But when you get your car, let me just get it a second. Obviously, it's going to be a bit dodgy because I ain't got the limiters in there. When you get your car, this one will be at the front. See how it's got the higher kink? So this one at the front was at the front, this one was at the rear. Is it this one? On 2 sets, guys. I'll tell you now which one I got in the front. Yeah, the flat one. So if you look on here, it's going to be really hard to see it. Can you see the little bump? You see it? Look, this one's got one as well. There's just a tiny little raised bit, you see? On this one is more on the inside. But on this one, which these ones were on the rear, these ones are flat. There's no little kinks in them. So these ones, because when you get this car, the front suspension doesn't really work. Well, if you get it and it doesn't really work and the back suspension's working, take these from the rear, put them in the front, and put the ones from the front in the rear. I'll put they back on in a minute. Let me not get them confused. So it's that one, and that one is the spare one. So you get two of these, and again they're higher, so it will limit the suspension even more. At the moment I'm running the ones that was on the front on the rear, and the ones that was on the rear on the front. So the ones that are flat, you see these are flat. Oh, come on, focus. Come on. Oh, for God's sake. Let me, oh, clears that. That's a bloody red one. Let me see if this helps. There you go, you could kind of see it now. See, you see this one on the left is flat and this one on the right isn't. Sorry guys, the camera was just being a real bugger to focus because these bits are so small. So yeah, the one on the left put on the front, the one on the right put on the rear. And anyway, as for the electronics, well, I don't really know. I have got another gyro, I've got some radio gear. I've got an ESC I can put in it because I nick the micro ESC out of this and I'll just put a different ESC in there and use the micro one from there. So the micro one what's in here is from a micro RS4. It's just one of them. So what I might do is just stick it in there. And the good thing about the micro RS4s is they also come with it's got the LiPo cutout, so you can use a LiPo battery because it's already got the cutout, which is dead handy. And they're really small anyway, like the speed controllers for the little RS4s are really small, so you could probably get away with sticking that in this and it won't take up too much space. But anyway guys, well, I'm not going to make any mad decisions just yet, but I think I'm definitely going to have to change it. So I'm going to have to put my own lights in it at some point. And I know I can't run it with the stock radio because it's just no good, man. But you're driving around and then it stops and it starts resetting, and if you're going forward it starts taking off forwards. If you're going backwards once it's reset it goes backwards. Like you can't do anything with that. Plus the gyro is shit anyway. I've got a gyro, I've got a Fly Sky one somewhere. I knows where it is, it's in one of the bags. Anyway, just a quick one just so you can see as well. I have also alright, I'll just show you one of them. Once I have finished and I put it back, like I get it out together, I painted the wing mirrors and I've also painted the spoiler blue because that's how it is on Brian's car. The wing mirrors are silver, the spoiler is actually blue, and his exhaust does look more like that, like a rocket exhaust. If you're wondering how I did do this, obviously, like I said, I used the aerial, like I did with the Charisma cars. I just took my Dremel, obviously I took this back bumper bit off. Once you take the bottom of the car off, just undo this screw here and this screw here, and you'll be able to take this back bit off. So I took the back bit off, I used my Dremel and just cut off the two exhausts. Marked where this was going to go roughly in the middle. I drilled through. I used a smaller piece on the inside and then just left a little bit on the outside. I used a little bit of heat shrink just around that, and then put this bit over that and glued it on. So yeah, it makes a better exhaust. But yeah, guys, for now I'm just gonna leave it alone for now, and I'll tinker with it another day. But yeah, guys, so the first video didn't go too well, but hopefully after a bit of work I might be able to sort that out. There is another issue though, whilst I remember, and that is, this is going to be hard again. If I can catch it. I need to borrow this light again. So, basically it's the camber on the wheels. It's too hard to show you. Basically because the wheels ain't straight, they got a little bit of a buckle. Like this one's got a bit of a buckle in it. So when it's sat there, look, the camber's quite high. It looks quite high. But then if you go to another spot, well, it might look quite high anyway, because obviously I took out that side, but because the wheels is like buckled, it is altering the camber of the car, because the wheels buckled, this wheel's buckled, and one of the other ones is slightly wobbly as well. Like, you wouldn't think that that would make a difference, but it does. If your wheel's not straight, when you're driving, it's going to be like that, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So yeah, the wheels ain't helping, but I've ordered some different wheels. Hopefully they'll be a bit better. But anyway, guys, I'll keep you up to date with this. I probably am going to nick the ESC out of that. I've got some radio gear I can use. There's a servo already in there. So yeah, I'll keep you posted on that. Now guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Leave any comments, and I will see you in the next one.